Power 7 Podcast. Peace. It's your boy, the Almighty Nicodemus. Back in effect again. Coming to you live. Another blessed morning. Glad to be alive. It's a little chilly out here this morning. I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to my hometown, my team, Michigan. Going 15-0 and taking a national title home. That's what's up. The Pistons ain't looking good. The Lions looking better than they have in a long time. So at least with football, Detroit is looking good, baby. Detroit is looking good. That's pure Michigan. But this morning, today's topic or topics, let's start off with this conversation I was going on over the weekend about the best hip-hop beats of all time, which is hard. I don't even know how you can even measure the best hip-hop beats of all time. By the way, it was Shook One's Part 2, which was voted the best beat of all time. And of course, you know, that's debatable like any list. Which I wish they'd stop making lists, man. You just can't. You're never going to win. Like, so with the best beat, you're trying to figure out how are you judging these beats? Like, how do you say what's the best beat of all time? You know, you're just talking about the beat, not the song. Like, how do you judge if it's the best beat of all time? Do you judge it by a sample they use and how it was a rare sample and you couldn't tell what it is on how they chopped it? Like, do you base it off if it's original and not a sample and say that's going to be it? Well, obviously, that, you know, it's what are the variables? Like, what's the qualifications for best beats of all time? You know, I seen Still Dre on there, which I definitely wouldn't put on there. It's a good beat, but one of the best of all times, I don't know. I would, I beg to differ on that one. There was a few on there. Get Your Freak On, like Get Your Freak On. That's the best hip hop beat of all. One of the best hip hop beats of all time. I can't see it. But neither could I argue with somebody who loved that beat. Like, that's the thing about those lists. Best rapper, best, MCs, best beat. Like, who, what? It's too much stuff. You know? So, I don't know, man. I just wish to stop doing these lists. Because no one is going to agree with that shit. No one's going to agree with it. But the hot topic all week, the internet was in shambles, was the brother Cat Williams, right? Everybody was talking about it. Everybody had an opinion on it. Most people were entertained by it. Most people felt like Cat Williams told the truth and was exposing the industry. Listen, the truth of the matter is, a lot of the things that he spoke on, a lot of things that he said have been known. He's been talking about. That's pretty much been his brand, honestly, for 15 years. That's been what his brand is. Cat Williams' brand. And what he promotes and what he sells to black people is messiness. That's what he likes to sell. That's what his brand is. He's gonna give you mess. Because trust me, he goes on to other platforms of other people. And he's not messy on those platforms. But when he comes on the platform to us, black people, that is what he's gonna sell. And you can go ahead and check. go ahead and look. You know. And he's not the only comedian that does this or complains about other comedians stealing jokes. Some comedians don't say names, some comedians do, but for the most part, they all have that complaint. Some of the things I was told you said about Kevin Hart taking roles that he turned down, or he turned them down because they were gay. Kevin Hart picked them up. So what? Kevin Hart picked them up. That's little Kevin Hart between him and his conscience. If he felt it wasn't gay or his God, whatever, that's between them. You're no authority on what Kevin Hart's ethics are. You know what I'm saying? None of us are. You don't like Kevin Hart, don't rock with him. You don't like his stand-up, don't listen, don't watch it. You don't like his movies, don't watch them. You don't like him, that's cool, you have your opinion. But sit up here and act like he did something wrong to you, or to try to disparage him in any type of way because he took roles that you didn't want because they were out of what you stood on. Okay, good for you. That don't make you no better. It definitely doesn't. I don't give a fuck how many kids you adopted. It doesn't make you a better person. Cat Williams has been screaming and yelling and talking about all kinds of people while simultaneously saying how real of a nigga he is. Like, bro, that shit ain't cool. You coming off messy. And that's what you sell. You sell mess. But the problem is that you only sell that mess to your people. Because when you promote yourself and brand yourself and go out to promote shows and you do other tours and go talk to other folks, you're not messy like that. Except for when you're talking about Kevin Hart, for some reason you got his dick in your mouth a lot, which is weird and strange. And that brother ain't never said nothing to you until it was time for him to respond to you. I'm not making a defense for Kevin Hart, but what I am wanting us to do, stop buying into mess. You know, stop buying into mess. Stop letting love and hip hop and Cat Williams mess, reality shows like Zeus and Blueface and his baby mama and all of that type of crap. Stop buying into that mess. Stop. You got to stop buying into it. I know it's hard to, because just Americans love gossip. You think the tabloids didn't sell out back in the day? They did. They just changed the way they do it, which is now social media. And then the emotions that they're using, we're buying into it, and they're making money off of it. They make money off of engagement. They run ads on all of these podcasts. They run ads on people's Twitter accounts. They run ads on people's Instagrams. They run ads on these things like the Shade Room, the messiness, those things, and emotional things like this, even with things like hip-hop lists. You know, we're in a time where we're being sold emotional shit, reaction and engagement, and things to get people buzzing and talking when they really hold no weight. All the while, you know, the wool is being pulled over our eyes, and we're not stopping to see it because we love mess. Now, if you listen to me and you know how I come, I'm not saying that mess and gossip and bullshit, all of that type of crap is exclusive to only black people. But I'm talking to black people right now, and what I want us to do is just let's stop buying into it, because like I said, that labor of division is powerful, and they keep pushing it. And Cat Williams is a smart guy, and he understands that. And so he went on Shannon Sharp's show, and he went and pushed what he knew would work. And it did. And it always does most of the time. People post rappers and be like, yo, this person's trash. But when 100 people, 200 people post it, even though you're saying it's trash, you're still promoting it. And then you get reactions for it. This is bad for the kids. This ain't nothing. All of that emotional reaction and that engagement generates money. Don't generate money for the people buying into it. It's exhausting. Put down your computers, log off of social media, recognize what's happening. It's your boy, the almighty Nicodemus. Peace.